going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good one, even on 9 times 10. Hey, I know it's not the case, but hey, you gotta keep on thriving, you gotta keep on getting better, you gotta keep on living. Today, we're talking about burnout. And not gonna lie, I'm not burnout, but I'm on that edging point. And here's why, right? So, what I'm doing right now is I'm going through a whole change of mentally, what is Mendoza in November? What is Mendoza doing in November? What is Mendoza thinking about in November? And to give you context, November is going to be the time that I'll be transitioning out of the military into reserves, and I'll be doing sales full time. And so I'm trying to get into the mindset of, what do I have to change now to set myself up for success in November? Because you can't just expect to stay the same, obviously. So that's where I'm at with that. So this whole thing about burnout is huge, because when you start changing certain things, your body starts reacting to it, because it's natural. It's a natural thing to do, to react to any changes that are made in your environment, or any actions that you make that are changes to your natural, day-to-day operation. So with that being said, when you start dialing more, when you start, doing more things, more projects, more ideas, you start putting yourself out there more, that brings stress, that brings certain things, and you either welcome it or you just let it go, and then it's just there, right? So that's, the big three topics from this, big three answers on avoiding burnout would be: establish your why, use one day to decompress, and have a strong support group. So if you heard all those and you're like, I'm ready to leave, like I don't need to hear him anymore, by all means, I hope that helped you. I hope you got three specifics. But to go into them, establishing your why is so huge. So huge. Without your why, you're nothing. And without your nothing, you're why. No. But yeah, so it comes down to a lot of specific things. I don't know how loud that is, but yeah, it comes down to a lot of specific things. And, really look into your environment. Whatever you absolutely feel like is your ultimate reason why, just go with that. And I know that kind of sounds a little counterintuitive, because it's just like, oh, am I really just going to go with that? Like, what do you mean? But it comes down to you realizing, look, so my why is a lot. My why is because I want to free my family. My why is because I want to free my dad. My why is because I want to free my mom, my sister. My why is because I want to absolutely take over Tampa and be, a name in Tampa that people know, and a name in Tampa that people, can respect, because he's helping the community. He's giving people jobs. He's, helping out the future of the community. He's helping the education system. That's my why. My why is bigger than even helping my family. My why is because I want the Mendoza name to be world known. I want it to be an absolute staple. Just like the Rothschilds, I want it to be that. So that is one of my biggest whys. And so you have to really get down to that why to understand once you hit burnout, or if you do, which, to be honest, I don't even think burnout's a thing. I really don't. I think it's just your body going through a certain phase where your body's just, reflecting all the energy that you're trying to force it onto. And after that, it's fine. Like once you go past that, once you get past that boundary, it's just like running. You're going to get a cramp, and then you're going to feel like you can't run anymore. But the cramp doesn't last. It really doesn't. It takes like maybe a few sort of things out of you, but after maybe 5 minutes or even 10 minutes, you're fine and it's gone. So this is exactly that. So when people say burnout, by all means, it makes sense. If you're working your ass off, if you're not taking care of your body, you're going to get burnout. But it all comes down to that why. That why is so crucial. There's nothing better than that. Because at the end of the day, you got to think about it. This is your storyline. This is your video game you're playing. You're playing a video game right now, and your character is watching this video right now, trying to figure out what sort of gems. Your character's in a cutscene right now, because it's watching this, this random 21-year-old guy talk to you about something specific that I'm actually, working towards. And I know my reasons why I'm getting a lot of these, not even negative, but these opposing, thoughts, opposing things that are coming in, because I'm constantly trying to change. And so my body's trying to adjust to it. So your why is huge. and using one day to decompress. I at least recommend it. I recommend one day of very light work. You don't have to do anything in the business, but very, very light work, right? Use the rest of the day to chill out. Use the rest of the day to do something that, relaxes you, that calms you. Use the rest of the day as a decompression day. Because if you really feel like you have burnout, by all means, those days should be freedom for you. They should be days where you don't have to think, you don't have to act, you just need to re-energize. That's really the name of the game, because if you're just going to keep on going hard for weeks and weeks and weeks, you'll do it. I, without a doubt, believe that you will absolutely kick ass. However, do you want to stay in longer? Just like Mike Tyson said, I think this was how it went, but he was talking to Frank Sinatra. He was like, it doesn't matter how good you do it now, it matters on how long you can do it good, basically, something like that. But yeah, so decompressing for a day is very important. And I'm going back and forth, so that's why I'm trying to look through this. But also, the biggest thing that has helped me as well is having a support group. When you have a strong support group that is there for you at any times, it makes things so much easier. Because say if you have a few times where, man, this is not working, or man, I'm getting gassed, you can always go to those people, and based off of who you surround yourself in that group, they will support you, or they will support you in another way. In another way, that would mean, like say if like I'm texting, one of my groups and stuff, I'm like, man, I just really don't feel up to it today. And they're like, stop being a bitch, wake the fuck up, let's go. That's all excuses. I don't want to hear that. If you're going to be with us, we're not going to talk like that. Or you're going to have other ones that are a lot more, asking why. But when you have a strong support group like that, when you have people that are actually going to push you, no matter what, you can go through a lot of different things throughout the day. And if it happens, it happens. Like, you can go through a lot of different things throughout the day, and you can always go to them. And you can always talk about it. And you can always get that help that you need. You can always do all that stuff. My mouth's dry. But yeah, so support group is absolutely crucial. It really is. There's so much benefits to it that not many people actually want to do, because they feel like they can be a lone wolf. You could be a lone wolf by all means, but it's a lot more fun to run with a pack and see the entire pack win. That's just a better way of living, in my opinion. But yeah, so those three things are absolutely huge when it comes to building a strong, not burnout, but, getting rid of that shit. Because that shit it's not real. It isn't real. It's just, if you let your body believe that you're tired after doing certain things like this, I mean, by all means, what I try to think of as well is, when I am working out, when I'm doing all that stuff, I might get tired. But even then, you have so much more in the tank. When I ran that marathon, I truly realized, I was like, we have so much more left in us. Like, a 1 hour workout isn't going to do anything. A 2 hour workout isn't going to do anything. A 3 hour, we have so much left in us. And if I can't sit here, make a video on Saturday morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning, if I can't sit here and do this, but I did a marathon and I ran hours and hours on end, how does that make any sense? Tell me. You're going to tell me I'm burnt out? Nah, dude. I'm just living. This is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle sort of thing. You got to realize, like, especially with something like this and sales and just anything, you got to treat the lifestyle of what it brings and understand it and basically accept it for what it is, because that's the only way you can move past. That's the only way you can move forward. But yeah, so aside from that, I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a little quick one. But yeah, burnout is not a thing. It might be a thing for you. It's not a thing for me. But hey, you got to keep on grinding. You got to keep on rolling. And aside from that, from top of the world where boundaries still don't exist to the bottom of the depths where life still lives, do you dare to dream? As a matter of fact, fuck that. Do you dare to take the next step? Execution at its finest. Appreciate you guys.